March 12, 1924. A small village in Kerala's Thrissur district. Here, in Idathiruthi, a little girl named P.K. Thressia was born. No one knew it then, but this child would grow up to shatter one of the biggest barriers in Asia, the world of engineering. Her father, Kakkappan Panikulam, was an agriculturist, but he was no ordinary farmer. He also ran St. Mary's High School in Kattur, a man with one foot in the soil and the other in education. Thressia was the second of 6 children. In a time when daughters were expected to learn cooking, sewing, and little more, her father made a bold choice. He decided, my daughter will become an engineer. That decision challenged not only the family's tradition, but the very mindset of their community. In Kerala's Syrian Catholic households, boys were pushed toward careers in teaching, administration, or the church. Girls, they were expected to marry well and nothing more. But Kakkappan saw something different in his daughter, and he was ready to fight for it. But the fight wasn't easy. At that time, Kerala had just one engineering college, and it refused to admit women. For most families, that would have been the end of the dream. But not for Thressia, not for her father. He made an extraordinary decision. He would send her across state lines to Chennai, to the prestigious College of Engineering, Guindy. Think about this. The 1940s, a conservative society, a daughter leaving home, traveling to a new city, a new culture, a new language, all for a dream no woman had chased before. At CEG, Thressia wasn't alone. She joined A.L. Lalita, the very first woman to ever enroll there, and her hostel mate, Leelamma George. Together, these women walked into lecture halls filled with men, curious eyes, skeptical stares, whispers of doubt. And as if that wasn't enough, the world was at war. World War II compressed the engineering program from 4 years to 3.5. The pace was relentless, the workload doubled, but quitting was never an option. In 1944, Thressia graduated. She had not only survived, she had excelled. Her career began with the TB Sanatorium project at Mulakunna Thukavu, a building that wasn't just about walls and roofs. It was about saving lives in a state ravaged by tuberculosis. From there, her path only rose higher. By 1956, she became executive engineer in Ernakulam, leading projects that redefined Kerala's infrastructure. Roads, bridges, hospitals. Her vision began to shape the state itself. And then came 1971. A headline that made history. P.K. Thressia appointed Chief Engineer of Kerala PWD. She was the first woman in India, the first in all of Asia, to hold this powerful position. Under her leadership, Kerala witnessed an infrastructure revolution. Every year, at least 35 new bridges rose across the state. She pioneered rubberized bitumen roads designed to survive Kerala's fierce monsoons. She built hospitals for women and children, embedding compassion into construction. She oversaw the creation of district civil stations, giving governance a solid foundation. This wasn't just engineering, it was vision, it was leadership, it was history. But her journey came with sacrifice. She never married, she never had a conventional family life. Instead, she poured everything into her career. When asked, she said, I started working at a time when it was rare to find women in the services. However, I have never had to regret the fact that I am a woman. Those words carried both the loneliness of a pioneer and the pride of breaking through walls no one thought possible. Even after retiring in 1979, she didn't stop. She founded Taj Engineers, becoming one of the first women entrepreneurs in Indian engineering. On November 18, 1981, at just 57 years old, Thressia passed away. But her legacy lives on. Every bridge that connects Kerala's towns, every road that cuts through its monsoon-soaked valleys, every hospital that shelters mothers and children, they all carry her invisible signature. From the daughter of a farmer to Asia's first woman chief engineer, Thressia proved that when courage meets opportunity, history can be rebuilt, brick by brick, bridge by bridge, road by road.